So, hey,
Hey, howdy.
welcome to the 62nd running of the Columbus is Real. Does that sound right? 62, something like that?
Well, it's 62nd
Of
of
overall
the Bum's Corner
universe.
Network Universe podcast of the greater,
Yes.
This is episode 2, technically
Technically of us, yes.
of Columbus is Real.
Yes. And so we're going video now. It took us 5 years to figure out that, hey, man, this YouTube thing isn't just a trend.
I still maintain it's a phase. It's going to burn itself out.
So I think maybe it was last month or 2 months ago, you talked about you and Evelyn, like when YouTube was first having individuals make videos.
Yeah. When YouTube first started, I had the idea, and I was talking to Steve Evelyn. I'm like, dude, we need to write a show.
Right.
We need to have a show. We need to do like a TV show and put it on YouTube. He's like, no, what are you, crazy? That's the stupidest idea ever. Like, who's gonna watch TV on YouTube?
Right. You could have burned through your millions by now and been broke again.
Right? Mm-hmm. I had my head in a jar.
Yes. But here we are. Hello, both fans. So it did take us this long. And again, like when we started this, it was just so Tom and I could hang out cross country.
Yeah.
And record it because we don't remember anything. And,
True.
But now that we're local for now, we're doing this. And our focus has changed since now we're both back in town. I never left, really. Tom has circled the globe a few times and now is back living in Columbus. So we're sort of reviewing where we've been in the past month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of having recapture the last 20 years, it's
right.
What have you been doing the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's all focused, obviously, on Columbus.
Yeah.
Him as a longtime resident, me as a returning native.
Yeah, we get those two perspectives.
Yeah.
So last month, we both went to Natalie's for a concert. This month, being April, we went to Nocterra, the Powell location, now that there's two of them.
The other one's downtown, correct?
You are asking the wrong questions.
Okay.
So let me answer that one with the address of the Powell location is 41 Depot Street in Powell. And again, it's a good hangout for us. I'm in Lewis Center, so it's right down the street. For people like coming to meet me there, it's right off the freeway. Mm-hmm. I've met Fishers there in the past, and they're coming from Delaware, so it's nice and central. It's like you could throw a tennis ball from there towards Sawmill Road and hit Sawmill on the second bounce.
Yeah, it's not bad, but you got to time it.
Yeah.
Sawmill is a nightmare.
I bet.
Because we met you guys out there at I think it was 6.
That sounds right.
Something like that, and there was some traffic.
Yeah, a little bit
of traffic.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, about 270 or that, 3:15. It was. Yeah, it was. But just one of the cool things about Columbus,
right?
There's at least a half a dozen ways to get anywhere.
Yes, 100%.
And that is, from my experience, very unique to Columbus, Ohio. So eventually you'll find your 25-minute route to wherever you need to go.
Right.
It just may be scenic or,
And that's why no matter where I'm going, unless it's to the mailbox, I'm plugging that shit in.
Out of a habit,
I
got into the habit of just turning on the traffic, the maps.
Yes, I know where I'm going, but I don't know the traffic. So
exactly.
I let Google do the math for me, or Apple, or whomever.
Yeah. The thing is with that, it always chaps my ass. It's like, oh, we'll save you a minute by going this way.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but that's convoluted. I wish that's what. All right, Rockwell, we need to develop an AI that learns your preferences. So it's okay, he doesn't want to go through 4 stop signs,
right,
to save a minute. I would rather, go 55 on the freeway.
Okay, and be 2 minutes later.
And 2 minutes later,
then stop and start.
I would, take the most direct route over the fastest route, but give it some parameters and some filters
Okay. So, fun fact. Well, fact.
Fact.
The application that UPS drivers use in the brown trucks will map out your deliveries with the least number of left-hand turns
See, that's brilliant.
because that cuts down on the tread of your tires and fuel consumption. Because if you think about it, a right-hand turn, you're hugging the curve. Left hand, you're going all the way out into an intersection
Yeah.
and turning halfway through. So it may seem longer the way it takes you, like a series of little loops, but it's shorter as far as the van is concerned because it's all right-hand turns. It's brilliant when you think about it.
Like 2 wrongs don't make a right.
But 3 rights make a left. And look at this. Cheers to that.
Huzzah!
Yeah, so we're video. We
Sorry.
met a few weeks ago. We met at Nocterra,
Yeah.
and that was your absolute first time there. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. First impressions.
Cool little joint. Again, there was some traffic, so it was kind of convoluted. Again, I've never been there, but it's right off of Powell Road.
Yep.
So if you're familiar with the area, or like the next time I go, it will be less
Right.
unfamiliar, obviously. But found it relatively no problem. A little bit of traffic, no big deal. The joint itself is nice.
Yeah. I
was impressed. Because you never know what you're gonna get. But like it's out in Powell, so they put the clean shirt on.
Right.
It's nice. You walk. It's not. I didn't notice anything like overly unique about it.
No. You're right.
Except obviously the beer. They've got their own their own beer, and that's really kind of why you go to these things.
100%.
Beer was great, reasonably priced given the quality and,
Yes.
and taste. Great food truck out back.
Yes.
Which I guess is now permanent.
Yes. So that I'd write it down just to be sure. Trail Magic Kitchen
Okay.
replaced Ray Ray's Hog Pit out back,
Got it.
and just so good.
Yeah. We ordered a lot of food.
And made short order of it. We
Yeah.
at our table, there's a discussion that their fries were reminiscent of the old Rally's Daddy-O's French fries.
Oh, that's right. That was okay. Yeah.
with that the little bit of batter on them.
Yep. It was days later. I'm like, like Rally's fries popped into my head. I'm like, what the hell? We were just talking about Rally's. What?
Yes,
And I couldn't feel. Okay, that's what it was.
that's what it was, man.
Those old Rally's fries. You had to, but like the difference between Nocterra and Rally's is like you could wait to eat the fries at Nocterra.
Yes.
Like the minute they handed you the bag out the window at Rally's, you
Yeah.
better be digging into those fries because by the
Yes.
time you get home, they're going to be foul.
Oh God, yes. You had to eat them scalding hot, or you threw them away because they were disgusting.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know, man, but like when you get them and they're that nice 180 degrees and they're crispy right out of the
You can still hear the fat,
Yes, they were
sizzle of it.
flawless. They were so good.
and it just worked that whole meal. But you had to engulf it like immediately,
Yes.
like while you're at the stop sign waiting to turn
Oh yeah.
out of the parking lot.
I mean, not to get off topic because we never do that. but,
No.
I mean, the only time I ever ate there, I think I was leaving a bar on my way home.
Oh yeah.
And while I'm in the drive-thru, I'm unhinging my jaw like a boa constrictor
Right with a massage
to shove the coney down in one bite. Just to,
Oh, you're pretty. You're pretty. You're pretty. You got this. Yeah.
so good. But yeah, the layout I like about Nocterra. It almost feels like a Swiss chalet, or a cabin in the woods.
It's cool, yeah, because like it's surrounded by windows
Yes.
on the 3 sides,
Yes.
or on the one side and then the back. So lots of like you don't feel encapsulated,
Like in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice and open. The seating area itself is nice and open,
Yeah.
but you're not on top of anybody.
No, it's nice. You You have space.
Yeah.
They have a nice wraparound patio out back.
Which it was raining and it was dark and it was still
It was kind of gross,
kind of nasty out. So we didn't. But like I looked at it.
Yeah, but we've sat out there before, and it's all picnic tables,
Yeah.
and they have mounted heaters too. And then once you get out of the wraparound porch, they have a huge like gravel backyard area with fire pits and like split logs to sit on and stuff, and then picnic tables. It's fantastic. They have like a second outdoor bar for when it gets crowded, and then during the summer.
That's smart.
Yeah, but the prices, like you said, are fantastic compared to other breweries in the area.
Yeah, seriously, it's a good value. Good beer,
Great beer. I love this
the
stuff.
the stout. Was it the Dan?
I think it's just called the Dan,
It's
isn't it?
It's the Dan. It took me a minute because it was a different, a little bit of a different stout, little flavor than I'm used to. It took a minute, but like that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm a stout guy, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I like their stout. I mean, I'm a huge Trail Break fan.
Yeah.
Their lager's really good.
The lager was great.
Yeah, and whatever sour they had, I want to say it was like pink lemonade or something like that night. Or raspberry lemonade or something.
Sir had like 3.
Holy shit. Like
She was getting ready to fight.
We bought was it 5 different beers?
In the flight, yeah, there
Yeah,
were
it was
5.
5. So I just downed the sour. I'm like, I could drink 3 of these
Yeah,
like in a tumbler and be a waste the rest of the day, but a very happy waste.
yeah.
It was just delicious. It tasted like summer. It was light and sour, but sweet at the same time.
Like a nice lemony shandy. Almost.
Yeah, there you go. But it was so good. Yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, I dig it. It's a bit of a drive for Gehenna,
Fair.
but worth it.
Absolutely. And they do a lot of like thematic stuff too. Like we've gone in there for music trivia. They have I think Sunday nights are like just vinyl night where you bring in an album and they'll play a side of it. Like you just put it in a queue and they'll play a side as long as it's family friendly.
Oh well.
So yeah, I got nothing. Like
really
Meatloaf Spat Out of Hell side 2 maybe. And once it gets warm, they'll do outside stuff. Like they'll host like I think they're raising money for like the penguin habitat at the zoo, but the zoo will like bring animals that just hang out there,
Dude, I'm in.
so you could like pet a turtle or some shit. We were all excited about the penguins, but they're like, we're not going to bring penguins to a day in the
You
summer
lost me.
in a gravel backyard. But
I think they would appreciate that.
I don't steal one. I think
I would. Yeah, I think that's probably their biggest fear.
yes, absolutely. Like at the end of the day, like, didn't we bring 12?
It's like like every 20 minutes you got to do buddy check.
Yep.
All right, head. Where's everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. Like they'll do charitable things. And again, they have music trivia there. So they're building a little bit of a community.
Yeah.
The only issue I've ever had there is not because of the bar itself, but the patronage, which I have this problem at every brewery, and maybe again it's my age showing, but don't bring your kids to what's basically a bar.
I would say don't bring your kids to basically after a bar after a certain hour.
That's fair. That's 100% fair because again, the food there, it's just they even have a kids menu at the food truck. But to your point, yes, if it's 8:00 on a Friday,
You're wrong.
yeah, just leave them at home. It's especially bad in the summertime because they'll bring the kids out in the middle of the afternoon. And there's nothing to do there. I mean, some breweries are set up for it. They'll have like a little play area. This is just you're giving gravel to 4-year-olds. And the beauty of where this is located is you're giving gravel to 4-year-olds next to a railroad track. So I have watched kids climbing the wooden fence where, Like from me to this beer is how close the railroad tracks are to that back fence along the back of the building.
Right.
And so maybe it was last summer or 2 summers ago, they just sent out something on social media like, hey, we are not liable for your kids.
Yeah.
Our wait staff cannot be responsible.
Nope.
We understand, we are family friendly, but you got to watch your own family.
Yeah.
And all of these parents exploded. We're like, well, I guess we're going to so-and-so because Nocterra doesn't care about families.
Okay, drive safe.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And again, I see both sides. Like, yes, if you're going out with your friends and all of
I
your
want you to
friends have
babysit my
kids,
kid while I get drunk.
and if that's the thing, I'm like, I'm looking at all these
You don't
kids.
care.
I'm like, if this happened when we were young, they try and take the kid from you.
Yeah. If this happened 5 years ago, I mean,
Probably. But I understand it. And again, the stigma, it's not really a bar anymore. It's like a place to get food and drink and blah, blah, blah. But watch your damn kids. I'd
Yeah.
almost prefer little babies that are locked into a device that keeps them from crawling around.
they're buckled into something.
Yes.
You just
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, I've frequented many a beer garden in my travels, and those are historically very family friendly.
Right.
Again, up to a certain time of day, and there's always you're always expected to be responsible for your kid.
Right.
Like it's like I think there's some signage,
yeah.
but like it's almost like an insult
Right.
to the locals. Be like, well, duh, it's my kid. Yeah, I'm responsible for
Okay.
it. But again, like, rarely did I ever see. I'm sorry, never did I ever see a non-American child running through a restaurant,
There's the difference.
throwing a fit at a table at a restaurant, acting up, misbehaving. Like it's a different culture,
Right.
And there's a different set of it's a different way of understanding and respecting responsibilities.
100% agree. Yeah.
That my rights don't negate
Yes.
the necessity for responsible behavior.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like, it only takes one. Most of the people that go there know, like, oh, I'm going to a public place.
Yeah.
They'll set 4 kids up at the end of a long table.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 4 iPads.
Yeah.
Go nuts. They'll buy them a bunch of food or throw baby carrots or whatever children eat now. And you never hear a peep out of them, but it's always there's always like 2 of them chasing each other around or throwing gravel into the parking lot.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, you're just tiny assholes and you're ruining it for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that sucks. It is. It's always that one or two. It's that one. It's that one set of parents.
Yep.
That's like, oh yeah, you're why we can't do this anymore.
Yeah. You took this away from us.
You're why I have to get a babysitter.
Yeah. But, and again, knock on wood, we didn't have that issue the night we were there. I think we went early enough.
And there were some kids there.
Yeah.
There were some families. There were families.
They were quiet though.
Yeah. They came there. They ate. They behaved.
And that's the thing. It was indoors and they brought stuff for the kids to do.
Exactly.
If a kid is bored, a kid is going to find something to do.
Yes.
No matter who gets hurt in the process.
Oh yeah, and regardless of how old they are.
Yeah. So, it went well, but I will agree with you. I love going to that place. It's got a very mellow vibe to it. The beer, top notch.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And the pricing, I mean, I've drank at some outrageous breweries that are very pretentious.
Yeah.
And
that's got great vibe.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it there.
Yeah. Because it was what, like $15 for the flights or something, like maybe even 12 or 13.
I think, depending on what you got, because I did one flight that was apparently all top shelf. It's like, oh crap!
We're doing a tour of your whiskeys now.
Okay, Miller Lite, please, from now on. But yeah, I mean, there's some expensive stuff, but I mean, for the average, yeah, $12-13, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't beat that. Yeah. So Nocterra, if you're watching, we had a great time. We'll wear your shirts. I mean, look at all these opportunities sitting around the room,
right,
for your logo.
Nothing but branding available.
Right. Absolutely. We are for sale.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
For sure. So yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are we going to talk? What before we get into the stories? What are we thinking about next? I know I'm springing this on you. What are we thinking about next month to talk about?
We still have yet to cover Studio 35, which Tom and I are both going to.
Yeah.
Next Sunday, May 4th, for the original Star Wars: A New Hope beer tasting.
Yes.
At 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
As of yesterday, tickets were still available, I think. Yeah. So, which is weird. Usually those things sell out pretty quick. So,
there's a lot going on There's a lot going on that weekend.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's a ton of stuff happening on that Friday.
So we're going to Nick Cave
on Friday
at the Palace on Friday night, and having dinner at Tiger and Lily.
Tiger and Lily.
Yeah, or pre-drinks.
Lily and Tiger. Tiger and Lily.
Tiger and Lily. Then Saturday, you're going to Grandview Theater?
We're doing a beer tasting at the Grandview Theater.
For Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is Free Comic Book Day, so I will be doing a tour of all the comic shops.
I was going to do that with you.
Yes, we're going to make a drinking event out of it.
Yes.
Because why not?
Because, yeah.
Very on brand.
What we do.
Right. But due to scheduling conflicts, Tom, however, will be doing... And this is something I want to talk about next time we get behind the microphone is, how did you do with 2 beer tastings back to back?
I'm going to have to call upon, like, the Tom of old.
Yes.
To draw strength from...
Yep, have a little talk with your liver. Like,
who I was in a previous life.
I know you've had it easy the past couple of years, but I need you to step up for this one.
Taking it easy on you. You've been resting up for this. I know you're out of you're out of practice.
Right.
You got this.
You got this. Those are rough. I think the hardest part, I mean, I have no issue day drinking. I think the hard part is being in a pitch black room for 4 hours. And then when you leave Studio 35, half drunk, and you open the door up, and it's fucking broad daylight outside.
Every time. It's so reminiscent of like that random Tuesday afternoon that we'd end up at Polo's for breakfast.
I'll have the ham and cheese. No, wait. I'll have the Polo sub.
It'd be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
And it's like, I gotta go. And it's like, and the light. And it's,
Redfield!
Totally. It's like,
it's the worst.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. Like, Studio 35 will pick 10 regional beers, and you sit and taste all of them, and then they show you a movie.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant.
And it's a great time.
Yeah. So we've hit Studio 35 multiple times since you moved back here.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be good for May.
That is like our spot.
Yeah.
Like that's like if there's a movie that we want to go see, we'll go there and see it.
100%.
Like
any new releases, I check there first.
Yeah. It's the go-to. So
we'll do that in May.
Tomorrow. Next time.
What I'm very curious about is they revolve new experimental like special pizzas.
Yes.
And they also make a cocktail menu that's specific sometimes to certain movies.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they have a Star Wars themed pizza or cocktails for this beer tasting.
Oh,
Because we've already mapped out, we're like, pizza for breakfast, no problem. And they make a killer Bloody Mary there.
great Bloody Mary,
Yeah.
especially if Mike's making them.
Yes.
And then the pizza. Honestly, probably the best in the city. And I know that says that's a big swing
For this town.
where there are more pizza joints than I don't know, doctors. But
You're not wrong.
it's like we rolled back into town and I'm like, how do they all stay in business?
Right.
Like there's a billion pizza joints and they're all busy.
Have you looked around at this city?
I know. I'd forgotten.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in like just south of Hilliard for about 4 years. And again, I'm not in great shape by any means, but any opportunity I had to take my shirt off in public, I was doing so. I felt like a model out there. It's like, ooh, your engine's overheating. Whoop.
You're Hilliard sexy.
I'm a Columbus 4, but a Hilliard 9.
Damn it. Knew we should have moved east to the west instead.
Yeah, so next month we'll do Studio 35 for sure.
Dig it.
Yeah.
And then I'll have some perspective on Grandview.
True.
Since it's the same owners.
Yeah, that'll be compare and contrast. Look at you.
No edit charge.
Yeah. No charge, actually.
Well, yeah.
It's all free.
0 plus 0.
All right, so we've got that covered. Let's see, we're going to do our articles now. Why don't you prep yours?
Okay.
And
By prep mine, you mean grab another drink?
Yes. So we have I don't know if you can see this. And we're still working out the details of this video, too. I'm very new to iMovie. So,
See, you said iMovie, and I'm like, I can't help you at all.
right?
Like, there's like half a dozen video editing and audio editing systems that I'm arguably competent with. I'd never heard of iMovie.
Oh, it's a 30-year-old Apple product.
Oh, see, I don't.
Right.
I am not of the body.
I know. I get it. So
I'm Herbert.
luckily, I didn't do things like point to where I thought maybe the address would land. Like, oh, yes, 41 Depot Street. And it's up here in the corner when I get done editing it, which I probably just cut my hand off because I have no idea. I moved like the little blocking device. So.
We need to figure that out. Maybe a little video monitor.
God damn, dude. Yes.
God, see, baby steps. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Okay, so you cue up and I'll do this.
All right.
Sound effects, baby. I think it's over.
Is it? Okay. I couldn't hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you start.
All right. No, you go. Okay, no, me. Would-be bank robber fails at stealing money and locking up his bike. This is the story of one guy's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad attempt at robbing a bank. According to Canada's Hamilton Police, a male suspect arrived at a bank, approached the teller, passed a note demanding cash, and verbally threatened the employee while motioning that they were in possession of a weapon. When he was instead confronted by other employees, he decided to abandon his mission and fled the scene, having stolen exactly $0. He then learned about a little thing called karma when he exited the bank to find his escape vehicle, the bicycle he'd ridden over on, had been stolen by a fellow delinquent who's evidently much better at the whole robbing thing. The dazed and confused man then kicked their legs into high gear and escaped on foot. Police, at the time of this writing, are still looking for both alleged criminals.
Now, again, video editing. I'm going
Yes.
to say right here, we're going to put a picture of this guy from the, it looks like a camera in the bank, but he is a Time Lord.
He totally is.
Yes, he has the Doctor Who scarf on
Yeah.
from the Tom Baker days.
Yeah. Used as, yeah. Well, you can see
A
it.
kerchief.
It's a kerchief. He's got the Tom Baker babushka working.
Oh, I've almost picked this story several times over the year. It cracks me up. I'm assuming he stole the bike too, since he didn't have a lock with it.
Right. See, the follow, I'll dig into this if I can remember it, which means I won't. I'd be curious to see if like it was the person that like was stealing their bike back.
Yes, that would be amazing. Like,
Screw you.
holy shit, there's my bike.
Yeah.
But again, it's like it's the bank's rule, like I call it, never commit a felony while you're committing a felony.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're going to rob a
Bank's
bank,
rule.
take your own bike, or I don't know, rent a car. You got to spend money to make money. Isn't that the golden rule?
I think there's something in the terms and conditions that you cannot use a rental. Like if you rent a car, just use. There's something about it. Like yeah, you can't do that.
I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah. I wouldn't divulge that when I turn it in.
Tick, tick, tick. Oh, is this for pleasure or business? Like, well, actually,
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Or you turn it in. How was everything?
Right. Turns corners amazingly. Can outrun the police.
Acceleration, outstanding.
Right. The plates come right off. But yeah, this was a fabulous story, and I love it. And again, I will try kind of hard to put the picture up while we're talking about it so everybody else can see.
Even better.
But then we will immediately take it down and show this Joker's arresting photo.
This guy's a rock star.
Yes, this had a lot of my favorite words in it.
Damn it, Bobby.
So, God damn it, Bobby. So, here we go. Phone thief's 911 bomb threat blows up in his face.
Zing.
So you find someone's cell phone at a Walmart bathroom. What do? Pranking 911 with a fake bomb threat is definitely not the right way to go. That's what a Florida man shopper did when he found a phone at the Port Charlotte Walmart, and now he's paying the price, according to a police report obtained by the Smoking Gun. After the phone's real owner told cops he left the phone in the store, they looked over surveillance footage that showed another man entering the bathroom moments before the call was placed. Cops identified the suspect as 28-year-old Cody Clements, who copped making the call, inspired by a similar prank he'd seen on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah, Cody, per the police report, stated he regrets his decision and realizes he made a bad decision. He was charged with making a false report and planting a bomb or weapon of mass destruction and released from the county jail on $15,000 bond. Clements was also barred from Walmart.
Oh, see, and that's what hurt the most, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'll wait in the car, Grandma.
Yes. It doesn't say barred from that Walmart. It's all Walmart. And the fact that they loaded his ass up with planting a bomb or weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like post 9/11 level shit there.
Right.
You know? I don't think that existed before.
Yeah.
Like the Patriot Act.
That's like the worst part's the Patriot Act right there. Like, if you say bomb, that means you've got one.
Right.
If your last name begins with B, you're on a list.
And again, this story wasn't that interesting until I saw the TikTok part that he only did it because somebody else did it on video and probably got a bunch of likes or clicks or whatever. But, I mean, how many years have gone by since 9/11 where you don't joke about bombs anymore?
Yeah.
Like, or 911 calls.
But then again, okay, so many years have gone by that it's ancient history to a lot of these. He's 28.
Yeah, okay, I can see that, but holy shit. I mean, that's just dumb.
Yeah. Well,
and counterpoint, he's 28, so he should know better that anything he sees on TikTok
at 28 you should know
probably
better.
Bullshit. Yes,
Yeah.
it's staged, friend.
Yeah.
So Cody, you've been had.
And it's good. It's Cody with Coty.
Cody.
Coty.
Cody. And yes, he does look like Bobby from King of the
Damn it, Bobby.
But Dad.
So hopefully he's out by the time like the live action.
God, I hope not.
But yeah, just
Out of the gene pool, Coty.
yes. But just again, like this was a throwaway story until I got to the part about TikTok. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This idiot who's almost 30 saw some other idiot calling in a bomb threat and thought it would be hilarious if he did the same thing.
Yeah. See, I think anybody over the age of 18 that is inspired to recreate something they see on TikTok, yeah, whatever the penalty is needs to be doubled. Because they don't have the excuse of youthful ignorance.
Yeah, that's true.
And, most 18-year-olds don't either. But, I mean, I got to draw the line somewhere, cut some slack.
Right.
But, I don't know. I think stupid people are having stupid children.
Absolutely. Was it Harvey Danger that said only stupid people are breathing?
Yes.
Wow. I know 3 things, and that's one of them. Is flagpole sitta.
Flagpole sitta.
Lyrics.
Only stupid people are breeding.
And I don't even own a TV.
And I don't even own a TV.
Oh,
That's a
yes.
great song.
Yeah,
Here's
it
to
is.
you, Harvey Danger.
Yeah, wherever you or they are.
Marvelous bastard.
Is it a person or just a band?
I think it's a band.
Okay.
It's not like Ben Folds 5, where there was
The trio.
or the Ben Folds trio. Yeah,
Yeah, the 5 people in the 3-man band.
yeah. That was named after the one guy.
Gotta hate math. So, and my last take on this was, I wonder if he's been sitting on this prank until the day he had 2.
Right? Was this his like finally moment?
Yeah, like I have 2 phones. Now I can record myself on the phone. Yeah. Otherwise, it would be a TikTok of his ear being stupid.
Right? Attached to his whole stupid head.
Maybe that was like his first 9 takes. Like he couldn't figure out speakerphone.
Yeah. It was all just
Yeah. Or I guess we could just.
Is it funny?
I'm gonna have millions of clicks.
Oh,
Which I assume that's how he talks.
I'm gonna buy my own Walmarts.
Florida man, shopper.
Barred from Walmarts.
Yes. So I was gonna put these out there for the vote, but last time 50% of the votes from the last episode where we were going to have people pick the story, 50% of them were done at our table at Natalie's.
Yes.
So I don't think it's getting the
And 2 of them weren't ours.
right. It's not getting the traction that I thought it would.
Yeah.
Well, it is. But it wasn't worth the effort. I think it took me longer to set up the poll because you can only do it on Facebook mobile on your business page, which is a complete royal pain in the ass.
Yeah. Why is that's the thing that gets me.
I have a funny feeling there's an I don't know coming, but go ahead.
Why is it so hard to make something that is multi-platform, cross-platform, so that you can do it on your the thing you open on your phone matches the thing you open on your desktop or laptop or tablet or whatever.
I'm going to say this to piss off a lot of people, but lazy programming.
Yeah.
Facebook, in particular, is very difficult to work with because we're the product.
Yeah.
The advertisers are the customers.
Right.
So it's not made for simplicity for us.
Yeah. And it's easier to track click-throughs and CPM
Right.
on a phone than it is on
Yes. And
the
they
URL.
want to push you onto your phone, too.
Yeah.
There's no good ad blocker for your Chrome on your phone.
Yeah.
Which, there are plenty on your laptop. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, I'm all for somebody making a buck, but
Yeah.
let's do something worth buying.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
that was
Sorry.
something I was thinking about earlier today. Like my goal of this show since episode 1 has always been to make Tom laugh and make him spit out beer. But now, and I was realizing, like, I was thinking about this room actually laying out, like, where do I put the camera?
Yeah.
I'm like, my desire for spit takes is 1,000-fold.
Now that we've gone video.
Now that we've gone video, like, this room is going to reek about a year from now because there will be just beer spit everywhere.
Well, you know.
Like, I will have to take back roads home in case I get pulled over. I'm like, I only had a beer,
I just sat there.
but I'm covered in it.
That's right.
So just be warned.
You as well, my friend.
But that's it.
You're sitting in the splash zone.
Yeah, so welcome to a new era of the show.
Yes.
The 62nd Columbus's Reel / Bum Corners Coast to Coast.
Yeah. Or other way. Strike that, reverse it.
Okay.
The bum corner.
Yeah, 62 Bums Corner Coast to Coast, 2 Columbus's Reels.
Yes.
And intermingled in there, we also had those little spin-off shows that I kind of tucked into the count.
Nostalgia sucks. That was kind of a good
Nostalgia Sucks Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the other one we did?
one. Imperfect Recall.
Oh, God.
That's what that got dark.
Fuck yeah, it
And
was.
we realized that we are not equipped
Yeah, no.
to
Here's
peel
this
back
guy.
those many layers.
Let's make funny of child abuse.
Yeah. It was funny before we realized that we'd all been abused.
It's still funny.
I can't believe we lived.
It's
Yeah.
such a terrible idea. Like, we
Holy
did,
shit.
3 episodes of that, and every one of them ended in child abuse.
God. Yeah. Like, we was like, oh, I'm in a dark place, man.
And we're completely unscripted.
Yeah.
We have no idea what we're doing. And
Nope.
every one of those hours, I'm like, how do I back out of this? Like, do I just pretend there's an equipment failure or
Well,
something?
no. Because, like, I wanted to keep going because, like, it seemed very cathartic for the people that we were talking
Yeah,
to.
it did. And we were going to have a second
We were
part
gonna have
to
a-
it.
yeah.
but something happened.
We were
and
going to rip the lid
Christ.
off all the conspiracy, all the goings on at St. Andrews.
That was hard to watch because the two of you were talking about this stuff, not realizing how terrible it sounded from the outside.
I had no idea.
I mean, like, Tim and Dan both, like, just listening to that, like, Jesus Christ, you had it bad.
Yeah.
But you and Ann are talking about, like, oh, yeah, the teacher made us stand in a trash can while he made fun of us. I'm like, what the fuck? This is emotional abuse. And both of you are just like,
was
oh,
Thursday.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, yes, like, sadly, a lot of the stories from our youth weren't that funny when you, like, pull the microscope back a hair and look at it through other people's eyes. They were abuse.
Yeah.
So again, not the funnest of.
Not the funniest. It didn't lend itself to the level of levity that we did
Right.
to try to ascribe to.
So now that we're both in tears, it's time for Naked Rampage of the Month.
Right? Oh my God. Now that, yeah.
So yeah, no more of that. So, and we've been doing this for 5 years now. So I think we've got a good groove. And I think looking at our city is a nice, safe place where we can have the laughs.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily a 0, but a close to 0% that we'll end up talking about child abuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Close to 0. Or at least trying to make it funny.
That was the other one. That episode where we're like, let's dig through the articles and find the worst parents.
God.
Like the world's worst parents. And every fucking one of them we read on the show was just blatant child abuse.
Horrible.
And we didn't realize that. Like, I'm picking these articles like, this is going to be hilarious.
This is great.
Until you're reading it in front of the microphone. You're like, holy fuck.
Oh.
This isn't funny.
Out loud. This is horrible. And you throw a couple of beers on top of it.
Right, we
It's
try.
like
I mean,
your nerve endings are a little bit raw. And then it's like, oh God.
Right.
It's like you just, oh that like sucked the soul out of me.
Right.
I got
so
nothing. I couldn't even read it.
I'm going to say this is a great place for new listeners or watchers to join.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to read like the first 61 issues of this series. Just start here.
Yeah.
It's
And that's the-
lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the joy of the whole thing is you can start whenever. There's no backstory.
Right. Absolutely. There's not. So we will catch you in a month or so, and we'll talk about Studio 35.
Yeah.
And if you happen to be named Emily, it's probably time that you close your little eyes
Yeah.
and go to bed.
And drift off
Yeah.
to Night-Night Land.
Good night, Emily.
Good night, Emily.
And the button I need to push to end the show is way over here, so I'll be right back.
I need to get you a stick.
I know.
With a finger on it.
Or move this thing here.